Hello everybody, my name is Shay. This is Resale, and I haven't filmed in a while. A lot of stuff has been happening. Well, so obviously it's been a very busy time. We actually finally moved me into the new place for my business, the little house, so that is awesome. It's not all set up yet, but I do have my shipping in there, and so I'm able to pull things a lot faster than I normally do, get things shipped out faster, which is amazing because before I had to drive like round trip 15 miles to get my shipping, so I wasn't shipping every day because I did not want to drive that every day. So yeah, it's been really refreshing being able to just, it's walking distance from my house, so that's amazing. I did just wake up. I have not had time to film in a long time. We had a kid-free night last night, and my husband can sleep through like gunfire. So me talking is not going to wake him up, but you are going to have to deal with my just woke up lady voice. So we're going to go through what sold in January and like the really like legit sales. We had quite a few, which is amazing. I've really been focusing on my sourcing and like hand picking items that are really going to sell for quite a bit. So this is going to be the first month that I really like implemented that and put that into practice. So there are quite a few great sales in here. So let's get started. The first one are these Thinx black sleep shorts. These are like the period underwear, but they're just like sleep shorts. They were a size extra small. They probably would have sold for higher if they weren't an extra small, but I was really happy with $30. I think I paid $7 for these. So the buyer was $38.19 all in on those. The next thing to sell were these Tony Lama Christian Cross tan Saba cowboy boots in a size 7.5B. These were beat, okay? I got these at the swap meet and they had mud all over them. I had to clean them up, but they were still not in great shape. So I went ahead and took the $35 offer. So the buyer was $53.39 all in on those. The next thing to sell was this Bowden yellow and blue modest high neck dress with pockets in a size 14. This sold for $45 plus shipping, so the buyer was $58.69 all in. I think I paid around $12 for that, so pretty happy with 12 into 45. That is kind of like what I want my new bread and butter to be, which is like, you know, sales $30 to like $45. That's really what I want my sweet spot to be this year. So I do have quite the death pile to go through and list, and I am not going to be sourcing like hard at all. I'm going to maybe like 1 or 2 items every time I go to Des Moines so I can write off those miles. But other than that, it's going to be like a strict not sourcing because I got to get that stuff cleaned up. The new place really isn't that big. And so, yeah, I got to make the most of my space and not have a huge death pile. Anyway, the next thing to sell was this Matilda Jane Brilliant 47 by 57 Daydreamer quilted throw blanket quilt. You know, you got to get all the keywords in there. But one thing I would look out for is Matilda Jane clothes really have slowed down, but the quilts, the sell-through rate was like 200%. I remember when I looked it up, and I had this listed for maybe 2 days and I got a $45 offer, and it did have some pilling and washwear. So I just went ahead and took it. And the buyer was $59.54 all in for like a crib sized quilt. So that was amazing. If it was like, you know, in better condition, I probably could have gotten like 60 to 80 for it. This Harley Davidson Motorcycles olive green patched button up shirt in a men's size extra large. I believe this was new with tags, and I got it at a garage sale over the summer. This guy was like obsessed with Harley Davidson, and I think I got like 3 shirts for $35. So how much is that? A little over $10 for that. So the buyer paid $50. So they were all in $62.77 with shipping. That is a beautiful sale as well. That is where I want to be at. This New Wave Pro Plus infrared cooking oven with the amber dome. I'll put it right here. These, if you part them out, can do really well. I just like didn't want to mess with parting this one out. So I just listed the whole thing for 80 bucks and I got a $50 offer and I took it. So the buyer was $69.71 all in. And I actually got this for free from a church garage sale. So that was all profit. This Johnny Was navy blue floral embroidered cotton dress in a women's large sold for $60 plus shipping. So the buyer was $72.01. One thing I do have to say about Whatnot, and I'm really staying off of it now, is that I get really caught up if I really want an item and I pay too much for it. So I paid like $60 for this item, thinking that I could maybe sell it for, 80 to 100, and really comps weren't that great on these dresses. They're not like the most desirable Johnny Was style. I mean, they had like really pretty embroidery, but I'm thinking the Whatnot people in this auction got, retail for it. So, or like the resale value on it. So they got a good deal. I lost money after fees on that one, but just goes to show, don't get caught up in the Whatnot, hype and, pay too much for something, because that is what I did. This Andrea Gear, which I'd never heard of this brand before, but I found a couple pieces from her. It was probably from the same person, but she is a really small niche New York designer. And so her stuff is like very art to wear. It's kind of ugly in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, this one was a really bright colored top. It came with a matching scarf. It probably retailed for over $200. I sold mine for $68 plus shipping, so the buyer was $81.31 all in, and it sold pretty fast. It was a size small medium, but it was like a really oversized style, so that may have helped it a bit. This American Girl doll Kaya TP and accessory set sold for $80 plus shipping, so the buyer was $84.80 all in. I did get this over the summer at a garage sale. There was like a ton of American Girl stuff. I cleaned her out and I only paid $10 for this set. The one thing is I did have to refund the buyer $15 because the campfire apparently didn't work. I don't know. Everything seemed to be in amazing condition and I didn't even know the campfire was supposed to work. So goes to show how little I know about American Girl stuff. This one was a really cool sale. So I got this for 25 cents at a garage sale here in my town, and my town's really small, so hopefully nobody sees this that I bought it from. But this is a vintage 1988 My Little Pony Edgar Purple Elephant with Peanuts. This is a rare vintage My Little Pony. It sold for $75 plus shipping, so the buyer was $87.67 all in. $75 for this little itty bitty thing, and it really wasn't in perfect condition either. That was such a beautiful sale. I was like, I didn't even look up comps at that garage sale. I just said 25 cents. It's a vintage My Little Pony something. And I can't go wrong at 25 cents. So went with my gut on that one and it ended up working out. So that was great. This vintage Lauren Jeans Co. Equestrian Supply denim jacket quilted in a size 3XL sold for $50 plus shipping, so the buyer was $65 all in. I'm pretty sure this was an international sale, so that was great. This Corral vintage women's angel wing cross pink black leather cowboy boots in a size 7.5 sold for $85 plus shipping, so the buyer was $108.08 all in. I got these for $7.50 at a garage sale over the summer. I cannot wait to go back to garage sales, oh my goodness, but that was a really good deal. And they were kind of like, they were a little bit beat up, but the style, that cross, does really well in Corral cowboy boots, so I knew that I wouldn't have any problem selling it, and they sold for full price. This Johnny Was Jade silk maxi dress in a women's large, and it didn't have a size tag, so I had to do the measurements. But I found this for like $15 at a consignment store, and it sold for $110 plus shipping. So the buyer was $130.65 all in. These Christian Louboutin Tres Bay red sole flat sandal in a women's size 38. Obviously, I'm not fancy, but you don't have to be fancy to look something up and figure out what it's worth. So I had listed these for $225 and they sold for $140. I took the offer. Honestly, I don't know. It's fine. I took the offer. But I paid $68 for these, I believe, and yeah, still like $100 profit, so that was great. But they were $167.79 all in. Probably not $100 profit after fees and shipping and things like that, but like 80 probably. So I'd say that is a great flip, and they were only listed for a few days. This one was a really good one, okay? Mentally note this brand in your head, Pine and Smith. So I had found this at my Style Encore, and the one thing that the brand looked weird, it was 100% linen, and the AI system did not pick up the brand, so it was only listed for $12 in their store. I picked it up, I looked it up, and comps were amazing. I sold this for $165 plus shipping, so the buyer was $175 all in, and this sold in 2 hours. 2 hours. So look at that brand, Pine and Smith, and yeah, I'll put it over here. Linen, it's like really nice linen dresses. I think they retail for like a little over $200, but people will buy them for really close to retail on eBay. The last thing I'm going to go through, and this one's kind of like, I'm not sure how this is going to play out. If you've ever had an issue with an international sale, let me know, because I have an issue with this one. But I sold all 3 pairs of these Doc Martens Y2K chunky sandals to this lady in Australia, I believe. She paid $195 plus $45 shipping for all 3 pairs, so she paid $240 all in. She said that she wore them and they all broke. And they are like vintage sandals, I understand, but like I did the bend test, I did everything. She did send me pictures, so I believe her, but I don't know how to go about this, because you're supposed to have coverage with international shipping, but I don't know how to get that coverage. I don't know. I probably have to reach out to eBay, but these, I don't know how these are going to play out. It was a great sale, but yeah, I don't know how that's going to play out. So anyway, those were my sales, like $30 and up in January. Oh, yes. So I have not filmed since I got monetized. I've been monetized on YouTube. Yay. So thank you everybody for watching the videos and getting me to my watch hours and subscribing. I have, I think I have 1,020 subscribers now. So thank you so much. If you're new here, please subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. I just unboxed like 200 pounds of my ThredUp bulk boxes, and they were really good. So stay tuned for that haul, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.